in this session, we will learn about the integumentary system. So, what is the code range of the integumentary system? It is 10,000 series. So, in the CPC exam, it carries 6 marks. So, in order to write the exam, you should know the concepts. You should know the concepts and the guidelines. Then only we can rule out the answers in the CPC exam. So, first we will see some introduction of the integumentary system. So, what is integumentary system? It is nothing but it is the study of the skin. So, what are the layers of the skin? The layers of the skin are epidermis, dermis, subcutaneous. Next comes the fascia, muscle, and then the bone. So, any procedures done up to the subcutaneous layer, so we have to code from the 10,000 series. Okay, so now we'll see one picture of the integumentary system. See, here is the picture of the skin. See, this is the layer of the skins. First layer is the epidermis, next is the dermis, next is the subcutaneous. See the codes, how the codes are 10,000 series. So all these are the procedures in the integumentary system. So we'll learn one by one. So first we will see the fine needle aspiration and then the core needle biopsy. First we will learn the concept and how the guidelines will be, and also we'll see the scenarios. Okay, so first we will see the fine needle aspiration. What is a fine needle aspiration? If we go to this picture, aspiration is nothing but it is a removal of the fluid. Why provider will do the fine needle aspiration and the core needle biopsy. Suppose patient is having any fluid formed content in the body, nothing but some abnormal growth is there. Okay, so doctor want to know what is that. So what doctor will do? He will remove the fluid. Okay, with the help of the needle, with the help of the guidance also, under the guidance. So what is that guidance? It is nothing but the ultrasound guidance, CT guidance, magnetic resonance guidance. Like that he will take some support. You can see the picture also. See, with the naked eye he can't see where the fluid formed exactly, right? So he will take some guidance, that is nothing but the ultrasound, magnetic resonance, like that. See, here patient is lying on the table where doctor is removing the fluid, right, with the help of the guidance. This is nothing but the fine needle aspiration and core needle biopsy. And after removal of this fluid, where a doctor will send that fluid to the path and laboratory for the examination purpose. What is the exact problem? So what is the exact problem? He will know. After the results will be reviewed, right? So doctor will review the results and he will tell the problem to the patient. Okay, so the physician will do this procedure. Okay, now coming to the CPT codes. So here are the CPT codes. Fine needle aspiration biopsy. There are no codes for the core needle biopsy. Why? Because it is there in the specific chapter. Okay, now first we will see the fine needle aspiration biopsy codes. So where are the codes? See here, fine needle aspiration biopsy without imaging guidance 10021 10004. As I told, the physician will take the support of some guidance. So here are the guidance codes. Fine needle aspiration biopsy, ultrasound guidance, fine needle aspiration biopsy. With the help of the fluoroscopic guidance, we have the codes. See, all these are the codes. Now, what is the difference between the fine needle aspiration and the core needle biopsy. Just the size of the needle is varied. See, in the fine needle aspiration, the needle size is very fine, whereas in the core needle biopsy, the size of the needle is very wider. So that is the difference. Just the size of the needle, like 20 to 25 gauze, 18 to 16. That's it. Okay. Just you should identify in the question whether it is a fine needle aspiration or core needle biopsy. And also check the guidance. And also we should check the number of lesions, how many they are removing. For example, we will see one scenario. See here, fine needle aspiration is done to a patient, okay, with the help of the ultrasound guidance, and doctor has done the fine needle aspiration for the 3 lesions. So how do we code this? Let us see. See, patient is having 1, 2, 3. This is breast. Okay. So provider is doing fine needle aspiration with the help of the ultrasound guidance. Here total how many lesions are there? This is 1, this is 2, and this is 3, right? So how do we report this? How do we code this? So if we go to the CPT codes, where is the ultrasound guidance? Here it is. See how the codes are divided based on the number of lesions. So for the first lesion, we will report 10005. 10005. What about the remaining 2 and 3? How do we code this? We will give the add-on code. This is the add-on code. Each additional lesion, right? So code 10006 into 2. Why? Because it is given each. So how many left out? You should count that and give into 2. See here, it is 1 lesion. Still how many left out? 2, right? So for the remaining 2, we are coding into 2. That's it. Okay. So in this way, we have to code the fine needle aspiration code, but we should know the guidelines. Here are the guidelines. We should know the guidelines to rule out the answers in the CPC exam. So first we will see the first guideline. When more than one FNA is performed on a separate lesion at the same session, same day, same imaging, how do we report this? Use the appropriate imaging modality, and the add-on should be second. So how to apply this? We'll see with one example. Okay. So here patient is having 2 lesions. Okay, so the physician is doing FNA with ultrasound. This is 1 lesion and this is a separate lesion. So provided this is also he's doing with FNA and ultrasound. So here, even though the 2 separate lesions are there, but the biopsy is same and the imaging is also same. So how do we report this? What the guideline is saying? Use the appropriate imaging modality. What is modality? Modality is nothing but the guidance. Okay. So ultrasound guidance, first lesion 10005, 10005. And what again it is saying? You should report the add-on code for the second and the subsequent lesion. So what is the subsequent code here? Each additional lesion, that is 10006. Add-on code we are reporting. How many are there extra? Only 1, right? So only 1 code. That's it. So this is one guideline. Okay, so this is one guideline. Now we'll see the second guideline. So this is the second guideline. So what does this guideline states? When more than one FNA is performed on the separate lesions, whether it is ipsilateral or contralateral. What is ipsilateral and contralateral? Ipsilateral is nothing but same side lesions are there. Contralateral is nothing but on a different side the lesions are there. Okay, so let us take this is as a right breast. Okay, so same side 2 lesions are there, and opposite side another lesion is there. Okay, so nothing but the IPSI same side, contra is opposite side. So whenever more than one FNA is performed on a separate lesions using the different imaging guidance. So how do we report this? First we need to code the primary code and then the add-on code of that particular imaging guidance, not again the primary code. Let us see one example. Patient is having total 3 lesions. 2 lesions are there on the right breast and 1 lesion is there on the left side. Okay, so provider is doing the right breast with the help of ultrasound guidance, and this is FNA. All two with the FNA and ultrasound. And the left side he is doing FNA with one guidance, that is fluoroscopic guidance. So by applying the guideline we will start coding. Okay, so ultrasound FNA code is what? So ultrasound FNA first lesion is 10005. What about the second lesion? We have the add-on code, right? So we are coding the add-on code 10006. This is done. But on the opposite side, one more FNA is done with the fluoroscopic guidance. So here is the code including fluoroscopic guidance first lesion. Okay, so 10007. This is wrong way of coding. So we are coding the primary code here, but what does the guideline says? Report the corresponding primary code and then the add-on code, each additional add-on code for the respective fluoroscopic guidance. So don't report again the primary code. Where is the add-on code? Here is the add-on code 10008. So this is wrong way of coding. By applying the guideline, what are the codes? 10005, 10006, and we have to code the add-on code. So this is right way of coding. So this is the second guideline. Now next coming to the third guideline, that is when FNA and core needle biopsy are done on the same lesion, same session, same day, using the same guidance, we should not report again the imaging guidance for the core needle biopsy. So let us see this with one example. So here patient is having one lesion. Okay, so provider is doing fine needle aspiration with ultrasound guidance, and also he is doing the core needle biopsy with ultrasound guidance. So now we'll apply the guideline. What is the third guideline? It says fine needle aspiration with ultrasound guidance 10005, and also we have to code the particular core needle biopsy code, and do not report again the ultrasound code for the core needle biopsy, because already in this code we have the ultrasound guidance. The same thing here it is saying. See, when same imaging is used, do not report again the imaging guidance for the core needle biopsy. Only core needle biopsy particular code is enough. That's it. Okay. Again, don't report ultrasound separately because already it is included in the fine needle aspiration. Okay. Now let us see another guideline. So when FNA is performed on one lesion and core needle is performed on separate lesion, so we have to code the separate codes with the same type of imaging. Both you should code, core needle as well the fine needle, and the guidance also separately by appending the 59 modifier. So let us see the example. Suppose here patient is having one lesion. So provider is doing FNA with ultrasound. Another lesion, provider is doing core needle biopsy with ultrasound. So by applying the guideline, we have to code the FNA, ultrasound code, and the core needle biopsy, and also the ultrasound with 59 modifier. Okay, previous guideline was on the same lesion they are doing FNA and core needle with guidance. We are not coding the ultrasound separately, but here they are doing on the separate lesions. So we have to code the FNA ultrasound code, that is already ultrasound is included, whereas the core needle biopsy CPT code, it doesn't have ultrasound in the CPT code. So we have to code the ultrasound code separately, and 59 modifier we need to append. Okay, so now let us see the last guideline, that is FNA biopsy is performed on one lesion and core needle biopsy is performed on separate lesion with the different guidance. So how do we report this? We need to code both the codes and also the guidance also separately with the 59 modifier. Let us see one example. See here, when patient is having one lesion and the provider is doing FNA with ultrasound and another he is doing the core needle biopsy with the magnetic resonance guidance. So we need to code the FNA code and the core needle biopsy and also we need to code the magnetic resonance code, and then we need to append the 59 modifier also. So in this way we have to code the fine needle and core needle biopsy if they are using the different guidance on a separate lesion. Okay, so all these are the guidelines. Okay, now let us see one example. Okay, in all the CPT codes, let us see one example. So patient is coming with a thyroid nodule. Okay, patient is having a thyroid nodules. So total patient is having four nodules. So all the nodules, the doctor want to diagnose what is the problem. So provider has done the fine needle aspiration. Okay, fine needle aspiration with the magnetic resonance. Okay, magnetic resonance for two nodules on the right side. Okay, so out of these four nodules, two nodules are there in the right side, two nodules are there in the left side. Okay, FNA magnetic resonance the provider is doing, okay, for two nodules, and also provider is doing FNA with another guidance is, let us take the example as CT guidance. Okay, so how do we code this? By applying the guideline. So we'll apply the guideline here. Okay, so total 4, right? Total 4. So FNA magnetic resonance code, where is that code? FNA magnetic resonance, let us check here. FNA magnetic resonance, yes, here it is. MR is nothing but magnetic resonance. So total how many are there on the right side? They are doing FNA magnetic resonance. So for the first lesion we are coding 10011. What about the add-on lesion? So we have the add-on code, that is 10012. Okay, this is for the right side, it is done. What about the left side? How do we code this? See here, this is another imaging modality. Another imaging modality means, so how do we code this? Do we code the primary code again? No, we need to code the add-on code, right? So where is the guideline here? If we see, here is the guideline. When more than one FNA is performed using the different imaging, so first we will code the primary code and then the add-on code for the here, corresponding add-on code for the subsequent lesions. Okay, so for the remaining lesions, the provider is doing CT. So what is the CT guidance code? See, CT, computer tomographic. So this is the code, actual code, but we should not code the primary code, right? We should code the add-on code, that is 10010 into 2, because how many are there here? 2, right? He's doing 2 lesions FNA, right? So in this way we have to code the CPT codes for the CPC exam as well as for the live coding also. In this way we need to apply the guideline. You should know the concepts. Okay, so this is all about the fine needle aspiration. Now let us see remaining codes, that is 10030 and 3536. What are these CPT codes? This is nothing but the drainage of the abscess, hematoma, seroma. What is the abscess, hematoma, seroma? So let us take this as the layer of the skin. If suppose anything like pus collection is formed, that is nothing but the abscess. Hematoma is also the collection of the pus, but in the hematoma blood collection will be there. Okay, so all these are nothing but the fluid cyst formation. So the provider will drain the fluid. He will remove the fluid. Okay, by placing the catheter. He will place a catheter using the image guidance, using the some image guidance. Okay, it can be ultrasound, CT, anything. Okay, so we have to code the code 10030 and it is done percutaneously. What is percutaneous? Through the skin they will do. Okay, through the skin the needle is inserted and they will do. All these are diagnostic procedures. What is a diagnostic and what is a therapeutic procedure? Diagnostic is nothing but provider want to know the problem. He want to examine. What about the therapeutic? So whenever provider want to examine, it is nothing but a diagnostic procedure. What about the therapeutic? Suppose the provider got to know that it is a malignant tumor. So what provider will do? He will remove that. He will remove that, right? That is nothing but a treatment. So it is a therapeutic. Okay. So we should know this terminologies, diagnostic and therapeutic. Okay. Now coming to the 1003536. These two are what codes? Nothing but the placement of the clips. Placement of the clips in the breast. See here the codes. Placement of the devices. Like what kind of devices they will place? Clip, metallic wire. I'll show you with one picture. Okay. See here, if we take this as the breast. This is a breast. You can see some two things right here. These are nothing but the clips. For example, patient is having some tumor in the breast. Okay, so provider what he has done? He removed some portion and he sent that to the path and laboratory for examination purpose. Why he will do? He want to know whether it is a benign tumor or malignant tumor. Okay, what is a biopsy? Biopsy is nothing but they will remove some sample and they will send to the path and lab. That is nothing but a biopsy examination. So immediately they got to know that is a malignant tumor, right? So what provider will do? He will remove that tumor, right? So after 2 to 3 days, the results have came out. Okay, so by that time where the biopsy is done, right, so it will be cured, some portion of that will be cured, right? So where the exact location the provider will not know. So in order to know the exact location of the tumor where it is, they will place the clips. Okay, so that is the purpose of placing the clips. So whether they are placing for the first lesion or each additional lesions, we have to code the add-on code. Please count the number of lesions and give into how many are there extra. Okay, so in this way we have to code the placement of the clips. Next we have the IND procedures. All these are IND procedures. So what is incision and drainage? What is the incision and drainage? See here, if we take this picture, just now I told, right, abscess, hematoma, all these are nothing but the pus collection. See here, you can see, right, some pus collection is there in the skin. So if we keep like that only, then that will be a problem, right? We'll go to the physician. Then what he will do? He will do the treatment. So what is the treatment? He will cut that part, incision, and he will drain that fluid, nothing but the incision and drainage. Okay, so in that we have simple and complicated, 10060, 10061. So for what purpose? What is the medical necessity? He will do the IND, carbuncle, cutaneous, cyst, abscess, nothing but all these are the pus collection. You can see here, right? So what provider will do in the simple IND? Let us see the picture. See here, a abscess is there, okay? So I went to the physician. The provider is doing the incision. He's doing the incision and he's draining the fluid. This is nothing but simple IND. For example, the same thing. He's doing the incision and he's draining the fluid, but he's packing that. Packing that area with gauze. Okay. Packing with gauze. This is one point, and also he will break that loculations break down. All these terminologies are nothing but a complex IND. Okay, this is a simple IND and this is a complex IND. So we'll see the picture also for your understanding. See here, they have done the incision and they have drained and they are doing the packing here with the gauze, right? So this is nothing but the complex IND. What is the code? 10061. So in the exam, how you will get the question is, patient is having a parenchyma. Patient is having a parenchyma. Okay, so provider is doing incision and drainage. So you'll get the options 10060, option B as 10061. Next you'll get the option as 10081. Okay, so what is the correct answer here? What provider is doing here? He's just doing the incision and he's draining the fluid, right? Nothing but the simple IND. 10060 is the correct answer. Why not option B? Why not option B? Because this is a complicated IND. In this, the provider will do gauze packing. In this, there is no gauze packing. So rule out the answer B. Why not this code? Why not 10081? This is for the pilinoidal cyst, complicated. Okay, so this is for the pilinoidal cyst. Okay, not for the parenchyma. Okay, so rule out the answer C. So what is the correct answer? A is the correct answer. And one more important thing is, you should know the reading of the CPT code. So how do we read the CPT code is also important. See here, there is a semicolon ending here. So how do we read the CPT code is, for example, IND of abscess, all these examples, simple and single is 10060. Here only complicated and multiple is there, right? Only complicated and multiple is there. This is only half description. But where is the remaining primary description? This is the primary description. IND abscess, semicolon end. Complicated or multiple. In this way we have to read. Now read this CPT codes. IND pilinoidal cyst simple CPT code is 10080. IND pilinoidal cyst complicated. In this way we have to read. Reading the CPT code description is important. Okay, so same, all these are IND. This is pilinoidal cyst. Where is pilinoidal cyst? pillinodal cyst is nothing but it will be present in the buttock area. Shall I show you the example? Okay, we'll see the example in the picture. Pillinodal cyst. It is grown in the buttock area. See, here you can see, right? This is the buttock area. So above the buttock area, pillinodal cyst is formed. So what is the surgery they are doing? IND, simple and complicated. Okay. So what about the acne surgery? What is this? Marsupialization. Marsupialization. It is nothing but, see here, they will do the incision and they will create a pouch like thing. Nothing but a acne surgery. When patient is having a acne, what is this acne? You can see here, this is also nothing but a like a cyst formation. Okay, so like this acne. So to treat that, he will do the marsupialization. He will open and he will remove that multiple milli. Okay, so all these are the surgeries. Now let us see this two CPT codes. This is incision and removal of the foreign body subcutaneous tissue, simple and complex. So how do we know that it is a simple and complex? In the CPC exam, they will not give as IND foreign body complex, IND foreign body simple. They will not mention. If they will give like that, directly we'll go with the CPT codes, right? So that is not the purpose of exam, right? You should know the concepts and the guidelines. So how do we know that it is a simple foreign body removal? What is a foreign body? What is a foreign body? For example, a baby is playing. Okay, is playing in the ground somewhere. Okay, so suddenly he fallen down. Some glass particle got embedded in the hand. That is nothing but a foreign body. So what he will do? He will go to the physician, right? So he will remove the foreign body. If just he is using the forceps, is just using the forceps and removing that is nothing but a simple foreign body removal. For example, the provider is doing some incisions and he's unable to find out the foreign body where it is. He will take the imaging guidance support. Where is the exact location of the foreign body? He will identify and he will remove that, and also after removing it, he will close with some sutures. He will close with sutures. That is a complicated removal of the foreign body. The simple foreign body is nothing but with the help of the forceps they will remove it. Whereas the complex foreign body removal, they will do some suturing, they will use some imaging guidance. Okay, so all these terminologies you should remember. Okay, for the CPC exam. If you want to make a note, please make a note. So remaining are also like INDs and aspiration. Aspiration is nothing but removal of the fluid. Puncture, they will puncture it and they will remove it. Okay. This code 10180 is IND complex post-operative wound infection. What is the meaning of post-operative? After the surgery. After the surgery is nothing but the post-operative. For example, patient had, for example, patient had an appendectomy surgery. Okay, just 5 days ago he had the appendectomy surgery. So at that area some infection has formed, so definitely he will go to the provider, right? So what provider will do? At that infected area where the surgery happened, post operatively some wound is forming, so he will do the IND. So will you code 10060 or will you code the CPT code as 10180? 10180. These two are IND, but if you see the CPT code description, post-operative infection, they are doing IND. We have to code the code B. Okay, option B. not 10060. I know everyone will choose the option as IND, but please read the CPT code description properly. Post-operatively, wound is there. Infection has formed. The provider is doing the IND. So we have to code 10180. So these are few concepts we have learned, right? So in the next session we will see the debridements and the repairs, biopsies, all those things. Okay.